The goal of early childhood education should be to activate the child's own natural desire to learn. Maria Montessori. Montessori benefits with early childhood. Early years are a time when there is a great development in their lingual, physical, and academic development. Montessori classroom and Montessori material and Montessori methods cater to all such needs to make them independent learners. Choosing a Montessori environment for your child at an early age has many benefits. The Montessori method fosters independent learning, self-dependence, self-direction, collaborative efforts, and empathy to perform different tasks in daily life. The development when the child needs a good environment and liberty to practice his activities, which he learns, detects, and watches. Child's behavior depends on the environment. If a child couldn't get the atmosphere for development, when their internal requirements do not satisfy, they become stubborn, disobedient, and negative. So, we should make them available appropriate environment and condition for development, and Montessori is the right place for that. In this article, we will discuss how the Montessori method proves beneficial for a child if you started along in the early years. Let us explore its benefits. Child-centered learning. Montessori method encourages all the ways to perform each activity with a child-centered approach. The child is the focus, and he/she should be taught to be self-sufficient in all walks of life. It is important to consider a child with unique abilities and individual learning style. Teachers provide environments where learners have the freedom and the tools to pursue answers to their own questions. The method is based on scientific observations of children from birth to adulthood. The Montessori method has been a success in almost all the countries of the world for more than a century, with all its positive aspects. Self-discipline and self-correcting. A Montessori approach to self-discipline helps to create a balance between freedom and discipline. Like any other aspect of Montessori education, it requires respect for the child by improvising the element of discipline in life from practical life, and using the material in a well-mannered way, and then helping to tidy up the place by arranging the material back on shelves. The exercises teach the child to measure the flaws and make self-correction by mastering the skills after a 3-period lesson. Creative thinking. The Montessori method aims to develop creative thinking by responding to different sensorial calls, which a child analyzes by his 5 senses, i.e., a sense of sight, touch, smell, hearing, and taste. Different exercises are much helpful to sharpen these senses, and ultimately they help to raise a child who can react to sensory calls and become a creative thinker in future. Individualized setup. The class setup in a Montessori way caters to each child's needs. Many lessons are conducted in groups, but each child has to perform his own individual task practically with plenty of patience and time lapse. Thus, spending individualized time and working on material independently, each student developed personal learning space and enjoys learning thoroughly. When children are given the freedom to select their own learning activities, a self-confident, inquisitive, creative child appears. As it turns out, this method, which is over 100 years old, is accurately what parents are looking for today. Hands-on learning. All the activities provide the students with a solid hands-on learning experience. The teacher is a guide or a directress to demonstrate the practical, but later they only watch over to make sure the child is able to perform his task without help after learning from his errors. This is how students benefit from hands-on experiences to lay the foundations of future leaders. Social skills and peace education. The classrooms of Montessori consist of mixed age group children. The older children actually play roles as mentors, and the younger ones live a feeling of support, which assists them in overcoming the challenges coming ahead by acquiring problem-solving techniques from their elder fellows. Peace is also practiced through exercises to familiarize the students with mental health control to live in the society as a positive, supportive being and a happy, healthy individual blessed with inner peace. Discipline. The Montessori method has a specific philosophy and unique guidelines for shaping children from a young age. It has a firm belief in positive discipline and child guidance to help children become independent learners and responsible citizens throughout their lives. For this practice, a Montessori-inspired routine and schedule is always a good idea to start up in the early years. The sooner you opt for this beneficial learning method, the better your child will be trained to be a disciplined, confident, self-sufficient, a happy, and a peaceful being with a better decision power. Visit our classroom. The best way to learn about Montessori Reggio Academy is to contact our school. We offer a comfortable tour program, where you will have the opportunity to visit each class and level. Virtual tours are available, and seeing students work in their environment is invaluable. The Montessori environment is filled with attractive materials and designed to meet every child's developmental and emotional needs. The enrollment process includes a visit, application submission, and a child and family interview conducted by the head of school.